Hey guys, let's do a little market review. Finally, we got some movement, and let's start with SPY. SPY went outside month in 1 week, and I don't know if you guys remember me saying on Twitter that April was the smallest monthly candle that I've seen in years, and that's why it was pretty easy to go outside month in 1 week. So we took out the highs, and then we took out the lows, and then we started coming back through. So we are still kind of stuck. If you take just the most recent pivot high and pivot low, we're still completely trading inside that range. So even though we've woken up a little bit, we're still kind of stuck. We do have this lovely daily broadening formation, which is the back-to-back weekly outside bars reflected on a daily chart. I just made a little teeny tiny short video covering how we play those. There we go. So I imagine we will try and continue up to try and take out this pivot up here of 418.31, which is the weekly pivot high from January 30th. Looking at the weekly, there's really only, in my opinion, two things that can happen next week. Is we either open and stay an inside week, or we open and then go 3-2 continuation up, and like I said, try and take out that pivot, but we'll see. Qs, a bit stronger, did not take out the previous week's lows. Instead, they kind of filled a fair value gap on the futures daily chart. If you look at the futures chart, this is the fair value gap from here to here. Price came down into that, taps that fair value gap, and then that's where it reversed. It's just easier to see on the futures chart because they trade 24/7. And let's look at the weekly. We don't have any like super close by pivots like SPY did, except way up here at 334. But there are daily levels up here. If we go and expand out of this broadening formation to the upside, you're looking at like 327, 330, 331. And then that pivot high on the weekly is 334. IWM, completely different story. So tried to go 212 down on the month and failed. Did not take out that monthly pivot low, and still just tightening up. We have lower highs on the monthly and higher lows. So this price action is basically a giant inside bar of this swing high to this swing low. So again, if you're trying to pick a sector or something, IWM would be the one that you would least likely want to play. It's just stuck completely inside this range. It's just kind of gross. The Dow, very similar to SPY, went double outside week, went outside month already. And we do have a whole bunch of pivot targets up here to take out. If we can break above last week's high, we shall see. I kind of would prefer that we just stay an inside week next week, and then we go 3, 1, 2 up. That would be my preference. The dollar, this was a long time ago, but we talked about how it exhausted back there, got a reversal, tried to kind of bounce off the bottom of this broadening formation, is failing to do so. So it looks like these lows are going to get taken out at 100.788, and we have a nice bearish setup heading into Monday for that to happen. VIX, we're just going to look at the daily. It's basically the same. It's like that. It's not always inverse to SPY. It's obviously the volatility index, but it's like the upside down version of SPY, right? So SPY was coming off the bottom of its broadening formation, like here, and reverse up. So now here's your VIX broadening formation, and same situation. We're looking to take out these lows down here at 1553. Bitcoin. Let's see. Inside week with only 1 day to go. So pretty tight. This, I don't have a lot of bias in it breaking one way or the other first. Like up here, we have lower highs, we have higher lows down here, but I would like to see all of these pivots taken out. Now, I don't know if that looks like it tries and goes 2 up and then fails and becomes an outside bar, or if we just go 2 1 2 down on the week. But all these nice higher lows, I expect those to get taken out to the downside. So XLE Energy, bearish monthly setup, didn't go anywhere last month on the 2 down 2 up reversal. So come the end of the month, the target is down here at 75.36. Once we triggered the monthly, 78.08 was the first weekly target, which you can see we have hit. And then you got another weekly target down here, and then that's the monthly target. Gold still on par to make a new all-time high. Last week it went 212 up, hit magnitude. Looks like we had a gap down on Friday. But anyway, that's the all-time high up there to complete the top of its broadening formation, because we finished the bottom. So now we're kind of looking to take out these relative equal highs or double top or whatever. So that's the upside target. XLU, it's just ugly in my opinion. It's a double inside quarter, I believe. So just kind of stuck in the middle here, not really moving, not a lot of strength. XLP, I like it for a short because we just took out all this high and this high, so that puts us at exhaustion risk. And we closed the week as a red 2 up, and we have this little weekly pivot machine gun to the downside. And if that works, this would actually become our target of an outside month, because we took out the highs of April in May. So then if this 2 up 2 down works, we would look to take out the lows of April. But you have to have a weekly reversal first, and if we open where we close, we have a kind of a long way to go to even trigger that week. So honestly, it'd be best to do again like an inside week and then a 2 down. XLV stuck, ugly, stuck in the middle, could really go either way. Not any discernible strength or weakness here. XLF, trying to trigger the 212 down month. It did trigger it, but it triggered on a gap down. So we would need to re-trigger that at 31.66, and then your first target would be 30.39, and then ultimate target would be bottom of your broadening formation down here. See, so we tested the highs. Now we're going to look to go test the lows. XLB triggered a 212 down, but did not hold. So it's no longer in force and looks closer to becoming an outside month. So if you can break above, this has no risk reward really, but if you can break above 81.04, your target would be an outside month at 82. And I just cover all this stuff just to get like a broad market, outlook, obviously. But at Stat, what we do is, we find ticker setups like Tesla, Apple, Google, Amazon. Like we do all that in the Discord, but I just do this for you guys and for them. XLI, double inside month, don't care about it. Also an inside week, could go either way to trigger the month. This bias is confusing because the monthly, I would say, I would prefer us go to the downside. But then if you look at the weekly, we recently just took out the lows, so then I would want to go and take out the highs next. But not a lot of clarity here. XLY, same exact situation as XLI, double inside month, inside week. It's just tightening, right? Lower highs and higher lows. So just tightening. If you wanted to, you could trade the inside week break, whichever way it goes, to trigger the inside month. XLK Tech, obviously been pretty strong. Just took out the highs of the broadening formation. Did we take out this high? 151.86? No, 151.75. So a little bit more to go to hit that target. And then you've got another target right here, right behind it at 152.62. I don't know, it might just go for it. It's right there. XBI 212 reversal up on the month after taking out the lows. So come the end of the month, it's looking to come and take out the highs, which would be up at 92.60. Had a nice long signal off the 2 down, 2 up weekly reversal last week. And as long as it's in force on the month, you're good to play daily setups back to the upside. SMH, currently a double inside month, but kind of slowing down and not really showing a lot of strength. So if this reverses and goes 2 up, 2 down on the week, you could possibly trigger your month, and then your monthly target would be that 116 area. But you would have to break last week's lows for that to be a valid strat setup. Okay, that's all I got for you. Catch you later.